You always whistling that tune, Dad.
What is it? Oh, Vandervelde.
Christopher Paul Smith was born at Woodlands in Doncaster on the 15th of February 1942, the first son of Fred and Sylvia Smith. He had two older sisters, Josie and Molly, and a younger brother, Greg. They were a very close family, and unfortunately, Chris was the last surviving member of the group. He did well at school and was accepted to study civil engineering at Leeds University in 1960. Engineering proved to be his vocation. Whilst there, he made some good friends and spent some summers hitchhiking around Europe, including France, Italy, and Switzerland. He came to Middlesbrough in September '63 to start work in the engineering department of the council and proved to be very good at his job. Shortly after, he moved to Stockton Council and, over 32 years, worked his way up to be the chief engineer there until his retirement in 2000. In 1963, Chris met Rayner through his good friend Mike, and they hit it off immediately. They had great fun going to jazz and folk clubs in the 60s and holidays to the Lake District and the Yorkshire Dales. After a few years together, Chris and Rayner got married at St. Philomena's Church on the 24th of February 1968. They had a quiet little reception at their first home in Tollesby, followed by a 2-day honeymoon in Harrogate. It was snowing when they left the church in their red VW Beetle. In July 1970, their eldest son Philip was born, followed by James in '74 and Matt in '78. During this time, they moved to Mosswood Crescent in Acklam and extended the home as their family grew. Over the years, the family kept growing, and Chris the dad became Chris the granddad to 6 grandsons. Each of his sons had 2 sons, and was also a loved and valued uncle to yet more boys in the family unit. He is fondly remembered as a present, fun, and patient father, always finding time for his family even though he worked very hard. He had an encyclopedic knowledge and memory, and was known to complete a cryptic crossword over breakfast time. Happy in his own company, he loved nature and walking in the hills. It matched his calm and attentive temperament. So in his retirement, he could often be found playing bowls or hiking, reading crime novels or playing cards on a Friday night at the club. He was an intrinsically positive man, rarely in a bad mood, dignified and diligent, humble and warm, intelligent and stoic. Perhaps this was one of the reasons he made such a lasting but gentle impact on people, not least in the Scouts. He started there as a helper and ended as group scout leader 15 years later. His relationship with Rayner spanned nearly 60 years, most of that spent at their house in Acklam, although they enjoyed many holidays across the UK and beyond. Over those years, they made strong roots in their local community, neighborhood, and church. Unfortunately, his health declined after a stroke in 2014, and he died 8 years later on the 26th of July 2022. In the words of his son, his calm, kind, and humorous nature made everything easy around him, and he was an understated inspiration to all who knew him. He will not be forgotten.